I don't think you can play full one. We're doing the.
We're live.
He has a headphone. Hey, Kevin.
Don't hit me. We record our meetings and when you're playing pool, it's kind of too loud, so we're gonna use USB for like an hour.
All right.
Probably less than that. Come and have some snacks and sit down with us if you want.
I don't mind that either.
All right, that's what we like to hear. Okay. So, welcome to our first Student Success All Leaders Forum meeting. Very small today, so it's gonna be really quick. So no worries on that. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the info booth. Everybody knows the safety word.
Potato.
Potato, what? Oh.
Potato chip. So if you're ever in a situation where someone comes up to make you feel uncomfortable, whether you're nervous or you think they're a threat to you or to someone else, or you need some help, but you can't let them know that you're calling for help, and you may be put in a situation, luckily security isn't close by, but you can't just like shout potato chip to them and they won't know what you're talking about. So you call us down and you just work potato chip into your conversation and like, man, can you bring up that bag of potato chips I left down there, Cheyenne? So just do that, and then I know that I'm gonna hang up with you, call security, and be like, go save my student. All right? So the word potato chip is a safety word. Some people don't know, so that's why we're just saying it. Obviously, we'll say it again because there's only like 5 of you here right now, but it's okay. We're all good. The other thing is that our phones in here. So both of these phones in here, they're the same number. So sometimes people are calling. A lot more calls are coming in. For me, for Anna, and then for Student Life itself. So when the phone rings and I'm on it, I can't pick up when the phone rings again. So if you guys hear the phone ringing, what we would like to do is that you guys can't answer it. You know, you guys aren't allowed to. We just ask that you answer in an appropriate way. Hello, this is Shrill in Student Life. How may I help you? You know, Open Campus Deerwood, Student Life. How can I help you? May I help you? You know, however you want to, whatever feels natural for you. But some professional answering would be appreciated. But what we ask is that you guys wait for the third ring. Because sometimes we're in our office and, you know, it takes us like, oh, drop this and go over there and pick it up. Because if me and Anna can answer it first, that's really ideal. But there's going to be times where I'm on the phone and, like, I'm just going to wait for the third ring and just hope that someone picks it up. Or we just can't get to it for whatever reason, we're out. So be aware, listen to the phone. It's a different ringtone than Justin does because we changed that up last semester because they're all the same ringtone, so it was really confusing. So if you hear the phone ring, listen for the first ring, listen for the second ring, and then be ready to pick it up by that third ring, okay? And then again, like, hi, my name is Jarrell. Thank you for calling Open Campus Deerwood Student Life. How may I help you? And that's kind of all you have to say. And then just direct them. If you don't know what they're talking about, or, you know, you don't have any idea, try to get them the correct information. If you don't know, though, can I take your name and number, and can I have a staff member call you back? And right there, it's professional, it's courteous. You guys have done what you need to do, and we can help whoever's calling, whether it's a student or general public or somebody else. So those are the two major things that I had. And then the other thing about events, we have an SGA meeting on the 22nd from 2:30 to 3:30ish. Might be done a little bit earlier or later. And it's again in G 1732. And we have 2 events coming up. And if you guys don't know, if you guys aren't aware, these are our new calendars. We're no longer doing the big calendar books. So it's this. Everything's printed on the back. Obviously, we'll have more like impromptu events or, you know, smaller campus events that didn't make this flyer. So, but the cool thing is that you guys can use your phone and you guys can log into that, or not log into it, but like scan it, and then you guys can see a more updated calendar. So the hard thing about the calendars is that it was so big, and, you know, more events were being added. So this is a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to change, and this is what they're going with now. So we have them.
I was just going to say, just to add, you probably were going to say this as well. Under fscj.edu, when you click on the tab Campus Life and you go to Student Life and Leadership Development, the event calendar will also have a list of all the events that will occur on every campus. Also, with that one, we have a little bit more freedom to add to that online calendar. So for instance, I wanted to actually, this is what I forgot. I wanted to toss around the idea of a chess tournament, or to see what kind of tournament we wanted to do this year. I didn't want to do billiards again. We'll say that for fall, but every term we'll have a different tournament. And so I'm looking at possibly chess, so we could talk about that at open discussion. And, but events like that, if I add that to our calendar, I'm gonna also put that on the college calendar so other people can see it. There are some big things that we're also doing this year, such as a spring dance. That's gonna be a big venture. We're gonna add that to the online calendar since it's not on that one. There's also a big volunteer event that we're doing. I cannot remember the Spanish name. It's gonna be happening, I think, was it March 28th?
Yeah, it's called Bienestar Familiar, which means like family wellness.
So healthy families, healthy communities is what, the poor man's translation to that, so that it's more user-friendly on a flyer. So there are a few big events that we're doing that kind of just was established or really approved after this thing was printed. And so that's what the online calendar will really be beneficial for, so that when you go online, you'll really see kind of like, this is the new information. So we're doing it in the name of trying to save trees and just a lot of things. So with that said, I'm gonna grab a water and I'm gonna take my leave. Thank you. Assume you can take a seat if you like. Okay. You all have a good one.
Thank
you.
Yeah. Enjoy your Martin Luther King Day off.
Thanks.
Eric was on Monday, so don't come.
Yes.
That's Monday.
Monday
Did you not
closed.
know? No. Okay.
No class?
No class.
All right, guys.
Oh.
You guys are great students. So we're closed on Monday. Don't come. Don't come to class. Don't come to work. Stay at home. Do what you need to.
Relax.
Okay, respect for the day. Yes. Woo. So, SGA meeting the 22nd, again, 2:30, G17, 32. So the other thing is Secret Regrets, You're Not Alone. That's going to be at our campus on the 26th, and that's going to be at 11:30. So the cool thing about this calendar, though, is it gives you the blurb of what it is. So if you guys want to check these out, read them. We also have little business cards that say what's happening in your campus and has the code on it. And I can show you guys that too if you guys want to see it. So when people come and ask you like, oh, what event's going on? Be like, oh, go grab a calendar. Oh, here, have a calendar. We haven't set them out in the gym or the info booth. We just got them in last week and it's been crazy. So, but we are going to probably after this meeting, Fridays, when I get to do all my little housekeeping stuff. So we have that event, and then on February 4th, we have our Campus Awareness Day / Club Day. So just keep those up and keep those ideas or those events in your mind. So those are coming up. So those are the two ones that are coming up. And that's really everything that I have. I know that Steven wanted to talk a little bit, so.
Okay. I know we got some new people that are working, and I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page with the schedules in the gym and stuff like that. Because there might be someone that calls in and maybe you get stuck there, usually working there. So for schedule-wise, when they come in, they have to have a current spring schedule, and we have to have that on file, or they can show you it on their phone. If you have it on file, all you have to do is show their ID, and you just look it up in the drawer next to the desk. And the schedules that we're accepting are the ones that look like this. Okay, and those are the only ones for regular enrolled students. The ones that we're not going to accept are the ones that look like this, because it has a lot of their personal information on it, and it's kind of a security threat. They could get their security number or birthday or something like that on there. I didn't know if Jacinda had time to check on this or not, but this is a dual enrolled student. I don't know if they're allowed to.
Yeah, I would say so, but I can double check.
Yeah. But this is what a dual enrolled student schedule kind of looks like for high school students. And then you're going to get ESOL students, and they have a different looking schedule. Their schedule is going to look really similar to the one that we're not accepting, but the only difference is that up on the top it says English as second language. So that's the one we're going to accept for them. Okay. And then teachers will give you schedules for like anatomy and physiology. Sometimes they come in and use a treadmill, so they'll give you a list of students, so you don't need to have each student's schedule in there. And then one that we really can't accept either is the ones that don't have the name on it, just to print it out of the screen, because we don't know if it's actually their schedule. So just to make sure that we got everybody on the same page with that. And then there was something that happened in my history class that I wasn't sure that everybody was aware of, because I wasn't aware of it. They handed out map pamphlets for Make the Plan, and I guess the state had passed a law saying that it's only going to cover up to 72 credit hours of in-state tuition. Anything past 72 hours, you're responsible for the full out-of-state tuition. So it's supposed to stop students from like failing out of classes or not making a decision. So I think the college is trying to push MAP so that you're
Pushing
not,
completion of a degree.
right, so that you're not stuck with paying out-of-state tuition past 72 hours.
Mhm.
So I didn't know if people were aware of that.
And they also just required everyone to get a foreign language for an associate's degree.
Wow.
For brand new students though, so you guys all lucked out. Feel happy. He's smiling.
Can you repeat that?
Florida State now has passed a thing where if you're a brand new student and you're entering college, like at FSCJ, you're required to, foreign language is now a part of your associate's degree. This only applies, as far as my knowledge, double check with the advice there, only applies to brand new students. So if you're already enrolled, transfer student, something like that, yes, love that. So,
Wish I would have known that post this semester. I'm taking German one.
oh, well, you don't have to, well, if you want to go on and go to your bachelor's,
You need it anyway.
then you need
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I'm
it's
going
part of-
to Master's. I'm gonna need to get a master's.
Oh, well then, sir, you weren't supposed to buy that.
Yeah.
For a bachelor's, because in the bachelor's degree, they're worked in there, I think, to all of them. But if you're just getting an associate's degree, say you just got that and that's all you want to do, but then you're like, oh man, I want to go get my bachelor's, then you would have to do it. So if you just want to stay at that level, it's not really going to affect a bunch of people, but a lot of people, because a lot of people do the 2-year transfer. But some colleges won't accept your transfer if you don't have that foreign language. So I think that's the reason why they did it, is to try to get it where you're not being blocked anywhere. You know what I mean? Because it sucks to get your degree and be like, fine, you need 2 years foreign language. So it's really to help the incoming students and that. So, but just a little fun fact I learned the other day, so I thought I'd share since it was community time. So
And if you took 2 languages in high school, like Spanish 1, Spanish 2, or something like that, it carries over for your bachelor's,
Mhm.
unless this changes it.
no, it counts. Okay, then
Well,
there
you
you go.
had to have passed that in high school, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. What really sucks is they said there were some people that took a year and a half and they didn't do that last semester and now they have to do it all over here. So yeah.
But if you took those 2, you don't have to take that.
I guess that was good, right? So, okay, any questions, anything?
I have one more thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get caught up in a conversation with a student or something like that, and they might say, man, I wish, we had this, or I wish we had that, and stuff like that. And instead of you bringing it up in the meeting, have them fill out a suggestion, because I think coming from a student's mouth as opposed to just in a forum, it means a little bit more. So, because I've had students come in and wonder if we're getting equipment in the gym and things like that, and I know we brought it up here, but I don't
Yeah.
think that they put in a suggestion in the box.
Maybe we could like temporarily move the suggestion box in there for like a week and see if that helps. So,
Like
Have
what,
people
the
do that.
stepper? The stepper?
Yeah, we just put it in the suggestion box.
Oh, okay.
so any other things that you guys have questions, comments?
Yeah, I was told to put out some information.
Yeah.
Mike's doing how-to videos for the college, and he needed people to be in some of the videos. So if anybody wanted to volunteer, that would be nice.
You want me to start?
Yeah.
What kind of videos?
How to do certain things around campus. Like, I don't know in detail, but I know the title of the video is how to.
We want to do training videos for here, so my envision would be like Steven or Arsenal or anyone else that's kind of like in the gym and learning those reps. They can go through and be like, we can show them the schedules, we can show them like how to clean the treadmills, we can show them here's this, here's this, here's this. Just like how someone comes in their first new day and I'm like, oh, hey, there's a clipboard, here's this, do that. So basically, instead of telling the student, I'd be telling the camera so they can record my face and and then everyone else could just watch it and everyone's getting the same consistent information rather than like, shoot, I forgot to tell him that, and then he doesn't know, the student doesn't know until like that doesn't happen, there's a problem, you know what I mean? So, and then I think some of the other things are going to be more like student oriented, like maybe like how to like go up here, like how to go here, something like that. So it should be really helpful. But
And then on February the 4th, we have Campus Awareness Day, where we'll be setting out tables right out here. It's like a big deal, like all the clubs and stuff gonna be coming out.
all our one plus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, two.
Yeah.
Latin dancing.
Yeah, Latin dance. So 3. Woo.
Huh?
Okay, that is,
An improvement. That's a big improvement from 0 to 3.
yes.
And we need student volunteers for the train tours. So student workers could be trained to give out tours. It's supposed to be a lot of students coming, right?
Well, just in general, like when someone comes, and say all the investors happen to be gone and I only have Jarrell, Steven, and Emma, well, they're all student workers. It would be nice, and say that Steven's a floater, Jarrell's there, Emma's wherever. And it would be nice if Steven knew. So it would just be nice if Steven knew how to give a tour. I mean, yes, he could walk the student around and be like, oh, here's this, here's that. But consistent, accurate training across the board is what we're hoping for. It's called cross training. You guys might hear it like in future places, like say you work at a grocery store, you learn the register and you also will be cross trained on how to, the procedures for stocking or the procedures for whatever. So yeah, but it's good. It just helps out in case someone calls out, there's increased volume of students. Like say we get, we already sent Mike and Aslan out on tours and then someone's like, oh, I want a tour. Like, it's only 20 minutes,
Yeah.
Someone wants to wait like that. So it'd be nice if you'd be like, oh, I have a student, there you go. And you're off, go do it. So.
Do we have packets ready to go, already made up, if somebody wants to walk in and get a tour?
I believe so, yes. I believe they're in the drawer. So.
And one more thing, we're looking for a new student ambassador, so I guess people can spread the word about that.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends to tell their friends.
Yeah. Talent grant position.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah. Get it, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Any questions? Anything else? How was the first week of classes? Usually there's more people, so it's likely than this, but it's still good. We have a little snack buffet over there, so yeah. Okay. Well, I say, have a good day then.